Hey guys, this is Zach from Adkins Guitar and Music Lessons. Today in this video we're going to be going over Runnin' With The Devil by Van Halen. This is one of the easiest songs in their catalog, so if you're a Van Halen fan and you can kind of play guitar, this is the one that I would suggest learning first. Before we get started, if you liked the video, definitely give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more guitar videos and overall just a bunch of information about guitars to help you become a badass guitar player. What I've done in this video is I've taken all the parts of the songs. We're going to learn each individual riff, including the solo, and I have everything tabbed, and that's going to be down below in the description. So if you want the tabs, they're free. Just go ahead and click the link in the description and download those. All right, let's get into the first riff. So this song starts out with a really iconic riff. It goes like this. Let's talk about how to play that. We're going to come up here to the 5th fret on the D, G, and the B. A lot of guys, when I hear them play it, they only do the D and the G. But if you listen a little bit closely into the song, you can hear he's hitting that B string in there as well. He's hitting those notes up there on the 5th fret. Now, what I like to do is I like to give a little bit of a shake on the strings. Just adds a little texture. We're going to do this classic suspended chord. Have our pointer finger flat here on the 7th fret. And then we're going to take these two fingers, our middle and our ring, and your ring finger is going to come up onto the 9th fret, and you really want to keep a nice spike here because you don't want it blocking any of the other strings. You want to keep the spike. Now your middle finger is going to be on the 8th fret of the B. Just like that. Like Ace Frehley used this a lot. Really cool sounding chord. So we have this. Now we do this little rhythmic thing with the pick. And how we get that is we're not going to lift off the strings. We're just going to lightly kind of hover across the strings to get that sound. But what you don't want to do is completely leave the area that you're in. You want to stay in this 7th fret area. And almost keep that finger ready at any point to be able to hit this next chord. This is the hardest part, to get your fingers to curl how you want. Now you do a hammer on here, and then you slide this whole shape up to the 9th fret, and then release it to where you're flat on the 9th fret. So a couple little things about that we want to look out for is that little bit of vibrato. And a little bit there. And we're not talking like, making the notes change pitch at all. Just a little movement. And then at the end we do this big motion down. We pull on the string. The next riff that we're going to go over is the verse riff. It looks like this. You're going to come down here to this A, and what we're going to do is we're going to hit the A and we're going to pull on this G with our middle finger. And then you're going to come back to the A. Now this is the same as You Really Got Me, but it's a little bit, we're not starting on the G, we're going to start on the A. Then we're going to do this shape here. We're going to come up to the 5th fret on the D and the 4th fret on the G. We're not actually picking these notes. What we're going to do instead is we're going to use these fingers to just kind of give them a little pluck together. And also he backs his volume way down. So then he comes back, and we're going to do it on 4 of the D string, 2 on the G, and then 2 on the D, open on the G. Okay? just like that. Now we have to add his little harmonics in here. So what he does is on the first time it's normal. On the second time, we're going to hit a harmonic on the 12th fret, which basically you have two silver frets right here on the 12th, and the one that's closest to the body, not closest to the headstock. So this one here, you're going to hover and you're going to hit the harmonics on that 12th fret. Then you're going to come back down to the 5th fret, same thing, two silver pieces here, two silver frets. You want the one that's closest to the body, and you're going to hit G, B, E. All in all, on the very last one, they hit this big E minor chord. And they do this kind of, really want to peel those notes. Back to the main riff. On the second time of the verse, we do all the same stuff, but we eliminate those harmonics. We're going to do this little trill up here on the 7th and 9th fret of the G. So it's, again, it's in the same spot as the, but instead of doing those, just a hammer on, so you pluck the first tone, hammer on, pull off. And then back to the main riff again. Now let's talk about the solo. It goes something like this. You're going to actually come in on the 7th fret of the D, and we're going to slide up to 14. And you're not really hitting this note as much as it's just the starting point. And you're going to flatten our pointer finger across 14, 14, 14, D, G, B. This is basically just an arpeggio. It's an A major arpeggio. Then we're going to come up and we're going to do a little bit of this scale. On the 14, 15, 17. Now this is a little tricky because you have to hit this note twice. And you pull off. And then you do this again. Now we do the exact same thing down from the 5th fret to the 12th fret. That's an A major and a G major. You do this little slide away on each one of them too. It kind of gives that cool kind of ending to it. Now we're going to come back to the A. Now we're going to bend this E string up. Then we're going to go up basically a whole step. Then you come back. And you're back to the G1. And you're going to go on 14 and 15 on the G, B. All in all, and you can do little slides like that. So really not that bad, right? You only have two riffs that you actually have to learn. The beginning riff and then that little solo part. Now, if you can't play the solo part, you can do the backing track, which is an A. You have an A, G, E minor. So if you don't want to learn the solo just yet, or maybe you're not at that level, then you can just go back and play the A, G, E minor until you can get up to speed on that, and then you could be able to play the whole song. All right, guys, that was my lesson on Runnin' With The Devil from Van Halen. Not a very difficult song, and I think that if you've been playing guitar even for a few months or a year, you could definitely pull this off. Again, the tabs are in the description below. Those are free. And also, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and also hit that subscribe button so you can get more videos as they're uploaded. I have some more videos about Van Halen. You can click those up next, and I'll see you guys in the next video.